So before I start the poem, I want to say that I took a lot of inspiration from Frederick Douglass, What is a Slave to the 4th of July, as well as Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. So give those references. Yeah. One had chosen to take a stand and unmask the true hate for one race. Now it seems that all the white people want to taste. I didn't mean to kill that black man. It was an honest mistake. But that's not exactly what your subconscious would say. It says, nonetheless, that life is not valuable enough for me to accept the time that I may be facing. So you're born into your fancy paychecks and your American dream, or we're born into a cycle of debt and left out of everything. So let me ask you, since when did the color of a man's skin become a warrant to strip his dignity from him? I said, since when did the color of a man's skin become a warrant to strip his dignity from him? And how is it that a pure soul doesn't stand out as divine in a world only capable of sin? Tell me, how is it that the texture of a woman's hair automatically earns her a lower income than Miss Claire? See, I'd love to sit and have this talk, but it seems that nobody's prepared. They don't want to talk about what is or what isn't fair, with no doubt that the racism is obviously there. They rather act oblivious, completely unaware. Because a human being's skin color makes the police all the more scared. So we're wiped off this earth like our life has a price tag. But no, they're willing to steal. Because they know they'll get a slap on the wrist so soft, it's nothing they can feel. Anyways, I'd like to point us in a new direction. But what's a new direction worth when the protection of black lives still remains undetected? Neglected, unaccepted, it's nothing short of unacceptable. And then it makes you wonder what kind of country you're really fighting for. We are the grandchildren of the slaves you failed to kill. Despite their tedious attempts to bring us down, we continue to build. Their minds soaked in confusion and their hearts becoming ill, I, as well as my people, have been given our fill, our taste of tyranny, and refuse to become martyrs. We are the grandchildren of the slaves you failed to break. They tested us to see how much we'd sit and take. We'll continue to rise despite the challenges we face. They started to despise despite their acts of hate. And it sounds quite, well, hypocritical. We are the grandchildren of the slaves you tried to deprive of belief. Yes, you tried. You gave us a story, and we not only revised, but erased it all and began to rewrite. We began to become self-sufficient. And in your efforts to create distance, such as a wealth gap, we will ensure that we get our rightful pay as well as recognition. We are the grandchildren of the slaves that you tried. Yes, you tried. And even so, uncovering your disguise, seeing flaw in your design, and being at a disadvantage because our skin is not white, still we rise.